the crux of Ship of Fools could very well be the bouldery start, which over the years, because holds have crumbled, it's a little bit flaky, right about where my hand is grabbing. Things have broken off. As you can see, my handy dandy 0.1 Z4 is basically protecting me from falling over backwards and having my head hit the ground. That's about it. If I were to fall there, I essentially would be on the ground.
That was the one I couldn't get that before.
Make sure I didn't fall over backwards and concuss myself. The helmets are good. Right. They're solid. But you never know. That short of a fall, and
back when I was fat as fuck,
hard of a pointy rock behind you can lead into something difficult. Plus, protecting my back and all that. When I first came here, you're gonna get sick of the "I was here in 2021 and I was a fat kid" story. But when I was a fat kid back in 2021 and first came here, I couldn't get this thing on top rope. It was ridiculous. I tried. Finally, with a little bit of tension on the rope, I was able to pull through that thing. But this time, bam, was able to do it here on lead, and I was pretty stoked by that. So, as you can see on Mountain Project or in the NAZ Basalt book, it does talk about that boulder problem and it being tricky, and of course it getting more difficult over time because the holds have crumbled. It's not horrible, it's not bad. Basically, you find that decent little crimp out left, and then you get your left foot up and you can get into it. After that, the crack is probably in the 5.9 range. And takes nuts like it's a circus elephant sucking them up, man. It's really good with nuts. It's a great crack for that. Yeah, you can use little gear too, obviously, but obviously that one right there wasn't quite the right size. But if that happens, go for the next one, and you will definitely find a solid nut. I use offset DD nuts. I know that there are other brands out there that use the original HB design, and they are solid and they have quality. But I find that the BD offset nuts are really awesome because color-wise, they actually match up with the smaller cams. So you kind of know when you look at something and you think, oh, that would take a 0.3 cam. Well, there's going to be essentially a 0.3 offset in there. Is mentally how I think of it. So it works really well for me because I have basically trained my brain for that color coding. Anyway, after that, you just keep on cruising up this crack, again, at about 9 plus, and there are a lot of really great holds to utilize, both in the crack and outside the crack. Really fantastic stuff, going all the way up to a ledge of sorts that has a little tree bush thing grown out of it. That's where, after that point, you will probably, I think over on the right-hand screen where you see the far-away shot, I kind of disappear. The crack doesn't disappear. It slacks off as far as the steepness goes, but it's super fun. It is another double crack kind of thing where you've got a wider one on one side and a thinner one on the other. And you can choose your own adventure as far as where you're doing your foot jams and your hand jams and your finger locks on one side, foot jams on the other, as well as where you want to place your pro. Gives you a lot of variety. It's pretty cool. It's not as committing at the top and as difficult as Jolly Roger, its friend next door. Again, so that's why this gets the 10A rating. The one next door gets a 10C rating. Both of these are really phenomenal climbs, super fun, and I really highly suggest you get on them. What I would suggest is where you can see that bush below that, where this crack is, on the right hand of the two cracks, is going to be the most solid rock, and probably put a piece in there. I did not heed the advice that I just gave you. I got up past this point, stood on that ledge, or actually crouched on the ledge, And you can hear my buddy Pat in the background telling me to figure it out and work it out. And I was like, yeah. What I got to figure out and work out is what's not going to crumble if I fall. And I put a 0.75 up underneath that little shelf right there, that little overhanging block, and I was not really happy about it. If I did happen to fall right there, it could have fractured, it could have broken, because the rock is just not solid around there. It's really crunchy. There's just kind of loose little stuff all over the place, and that thing is pretty hollow. After that, though, the rock gets super duper solid again, and it's pretty easy to protect and solid the whole entire time. So once again, if you can like and subscribe, I'd be stoked. And see you on the next one.
Hopefully not, but yeah. That's accurate, but. Yeah. Really about the fact that we use plastic, valuable user. Yeah, it's not gonna have any nuts left when you get up there. You fucking place it on your nuts. Nice. Stand next to you. I gotta say it's anything like yeah, so to go down, they make a brass number 6. It's really good to have. It's awesome. I don't know if it's me or not. I don't know, but it's good. And they're regular I tell them it's awesome. It's like on the it's a really good program. And everybody's all about the flat ground. But most people teach the solid 5, 7 meters. And so, you get the flat ground. I get flat cams, I play so much in my really badly. Yeah, they're almost like,